Live from the Ladrona Winter Facilities in the Glass Hole. I'm here with Pointman and Bag Tunes. Two really awesome guys, and we're here to talk about the DC fandom. Real casual string tonight, guys. I hope you're ready for it.
Yep. So
I'm always ready. Just like disappointment and my father, or my father his disappointment in me. No, I'm joking.
Yeah,
Me
okay,
and my dad were pretty cool.
So Smug will be here later. I don't know where he is. He'll be here later, but eventually he'll get here and we'll have him on here. But right now it's just us, and we're talking about the DC fandom. This extremely ironic thing that's happened right after DC announced that they might be cutting down so many things. They're shutting down, but also trying to hype us up at the same time. I don't know how that works, but whatever.
Merchandising.
Hey Ryan, what's up? Ryan is a longtime watcher. He's a good guy. Burning Exeter too.
okay. All right. Fuck it. Just gotta do like this. Sorry, I was just trying to get my situation.
Yeah, nah, dude, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everyone here's got a crappy mic, so it's cool.
Yeah, now I'm like got no mic. I'm just using the computer, my laptop's mic, I guess.
Yeah, it sounds fine. It sounds fine like that. It's cool.
All right. Oof. All right then. That's fine.
I completely forgot to do something earlier. Watchmen was trending on Twitter, and I was supposed to put a bunch of pie juggling Rorschachs. Man, I missed my chance.
Was there a Watchmen announcement during the thing?
No, it's about that the DC Snyder cut thing. You know, the one with the extra buff or extra thick dark side, where he's like he's shown his pecs. He's proud. He went to the gym. He's working out. He's probably killing more people than he needs to be. But yeah, he's just rocking. Anyway, so people were like, I think talking about that song. I heard there was a secret court. You know, the one where they played that.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, Hallelujah. Where there was
surprising choice.
He played that song in Watchmen during the scene where Night Owl and Silk Spectre were like doing it in the owl ship or whatever.
Fucking after saving a bunch of people. Yeah.
Hallelujah.
I thought I was under the assumption, Slim, this is a Christian show or something last time.
It's Christian. That doesn't mean that I'm not gonna fucking swear.
Well, like I don't know, because most times it's like, you know, when I was working with like one friend on a comic, I couldn't use the word Jesus or the word.
Nah, dude. Like I said, like my only rule here is no politics. That's my only rule
in this DC stream today. Just crazy news left and right.
Right. Yeah. But anyway, they were saying like the song that everyone was making fun of in Watchmen, I think everyone's like liking now or something. I think that's where I read somebody was talking about it.
It was a weird choice. Like I played the trailer. I'm like, oh, okay. The movie completely looks different. Like, damn, the Snyder Cut really is a whole different film.
Yeah, like that.
4 hours.
Wait,
it's
what?
4 hours long.
That's what I heard. 4 hours.
What?
And in case it goes on even longer, you got to consult a doctor.
Oh my God. 4 hours long. Lord,
I'm not.
Viagra joke.
I mean, I guess, you know, it's not in theaters, so you're not sitting on your butt for 4 hours.
Oh, people are sitting on their butt on their couch for 8
hours. I will.
But you could like pause the movie and like take a pic. Yeah.
Sleep, wake up next day and go, well, I'll finish the next 3 hours or 12 hours.
thinking about the people who are still shut indoors or whatever. They're probably just sitting in front of the TV all day watching reruns of Golden Girls or Al.
Yeah, might as well
Hey.
wait more hours just slouching on the couch. Got that Batman shirt on.
Golden Girls is a much better show than people give it credit for.
Well, I would prefer basically like Married with Children because Al Bundy is basically like basically my dad's spirit animal. Or if we're gonna get into JoJo, it would be his stand. I scored 4 touchdowns in a single game.
And here's the man of the hour, Smug. What's up, buddy?
Not much. I got out of an advanced Dungeons and Dragons campaign, and we managed to finally finish a 3-session sort of game where it finally ended up with us like defeating a whole army and a Hydra.
Fucking awesome, man.
Yeah,
I'm legitimate. I'm legitimately impressed. I'm not. This isn't sarcasm. I'm legitimately impressed.
Thank you. So you guys were kind of getting into the discussion, yeah?
Well, we're just talking about Justice League right now, the trailer.
I thought we were discussing about Golden Girls is better than
we're
Married
discussing
with Children.
Golden Girls.
No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, but like, it really was a weird trailer, and now we're seeing like Dark Side, and I'm like, he looks weird because he looks like I understand that he's still. I understand that he's like younger, but it looks like he already like absorbed the Omega energy, so it looks weird.
Yeah, I think that I just think the CG is off.
Well,
I don't know. It just doesn't look nice.
You could call him Chad's side.
Chad's side?
Yeah, like Chad, because he's already like won.
I think that the dark side that we see in the Justice League trailer, that could just probably be like a flashback version of what he looks like.
Probably. Maybe have 2 designs. I don't know. The design isn't actually bothering me as much as just how he looks like something that popped out of a PS3 game. I don't know.
Oh, he does kind of look like a troll, doesn't he?
Yeah, he looks like a troll.
It looks like an enemy from God of War 3.
I mean,
yeah.
I see that as an absolute win. I mean, that was a pretty good game.
I mean, it was a really good game. I kind of want to play. Like, I don't have a PS4. I have to play PS4 games over my grandma's house because my uncle has a thing. But I want a PS4 so bad.
Well, I mean, damn, would I say get one now when the PS5 is around the corner? But then the PS5 is not gonna probably. I don't know.
PS5 is gonna be $700. You have got to be out your damn mind if I'm getting a PS5 right now.
Oh, speaking of games, what about the Batman thing? Like, I'm not a gamer, but what did you guys think of the Batman trailer?
At first I thought it was gonna be like a really cool like pick a campaign thing, which would have been really cool. But no, it's gonna be basically Assassin's Creed Origins apparently.
Yeah,
it's gonna be like that.
I don't know.
It's gonna throw away everything that made the original games unique just to be everything else. They have leveled enemy types. They have multiplayer, where you play it, or that you play the missions together and stuff. They have all that. They have so much unnecessary bullshit that I think it's not gonna work.
Yeah, like, to be honest, it kind of did look like what was it, like a multiplayer game, kind of like, not like Overwatch, because like Overwatch looks fine in my opinion it looks really good for a multiplayer game, but it looks like a multiplayer game, like what was that other thing? I think it was DC Universe Online.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like on that level.
It looks like it looks like Assassin's Creed, which the one with the one of the French Revolution.
Oh,
Assassin's Creed Origins.
It
yeah.
looks like it's gonna be Origins and Assassin's Creed. I think it was Unity. That was the one in France where they like tried to make multiplayer like a foundation of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that one. I don't know. I like the Arkham games. Didn't really care for the last one though, or Origins. This
Uh,
looks alright, I guess. I don't know. The
I
Catherine look.
stopped.
You play the
I
Robin,
stopped. I
Batwoman.
I stopped at Arkham City. Arkham City was still the best one.
Yeah. Like I don't know. The game, it could be good. I don't know. From what I saw, it looks all right at best. Some of the tech stuff is pretty wild. They turn invisible and do those other cool stuff. So it looks cool. Bad gadgets here and there. How did Bruce die? What happened to our boy Jim? Yeah, I don't know.
Man, you know, and I know, we all know that Bruce Wayne isn't dead.
Committed to suicide. Not suicide. Probably got killed by some villain. I don't know.
Yeah. I will say this though, that the costumes, they look better than whatever the hell they're doing in the Avengers.
The game.
The Avengers game looks legitimately boring. Like the most boring thing I can think of.
I gotta agree. I kind of do I like Batwoman's costume in the trailer like a lot. I like Jason's costume. Cool.
The reason I like the costume so much is they stopped doing the Arkham thing where they tried to make it look more and more realistic and more tech heavy, and they just kind of went with like the classic looks, and I like that. I really do like that.
Yeah.
So props to them. Props to them. Props to them. I'll give them that. The game and the outfits and the characters, they look good. I like how like they each have like a special like Grayson has his nightsticks, and they gave they gave her like they gave Batgirl like a Tonfa nunchuck combo, which looks pretty cool actually, not gonna lie. Looks cool as fuck.
That's the thing too. Some people are asking, they're wondering how she walking again, because in the Arkham game she was already Oracle, so that is one good question, I guess.
Yeah.
So I think like they're probably gonna say she had surgery or something like that. Bruce paid for very expensive surgery.
It could probably be like the Birds of Prey TV show where they have like her in an artificial spine.
That could work.
That would actually be bad. Actually, be badass.
Yeah,
I heard it only worked the one episode.
Yeah,
with this game, I can see it working in general. They got tech stuff in this game. Batman in this game, he has so much tech. I mean, they can turn invisible in this game. That's how good their tech is. So
they're straight up teleporting.
Yeah, like if you can't get an artificial spine, then what are you guys doing, huh?
It's better than one more day where they can't fucking cure fucking Aunt May, can't fix Aunt May, but right.
He's dying. Hey, Reed, help.
That's pretty sad.
I will say the one thing that I found disappointing is that they went for the new age Barbara instead of classic Batgirl.
Yeah.
I am. Yeah, I'm tired. She's basically Buffy now. They made her character Buffy, and it's annoying. Is
there a Spike?
What'd you say?
Oh, who's Spike in the Batman universe now? Would that be that wouldn't be Jason, would it?
No.
Well, I mean, I think if I found the right artist, I could redraw them in the Buffy cast.
Perhaps, mayhaps.
So
But yeah,
okay, who would be? Okay, you guys all
Yeah,
watch
how,
the Buffy show, right?
I've
watched
seen
some
I've
of it.
seen bits, but I
Oh,
know
My
like
brother's
of
a
Buff.
diehard
I
Buffy,
understand.
so
I understand Buffy's character, and that's what I mean. I understand like the whole Josh Whedon style of character because Josh Whedon dude did freaking Atlantis: The Lost Empire. Believe it or not, he did that. So I was surprised that he's actually really good at making characters, but he's been doing the same thing for like over like what years. Like it's the same style of writing, the same character over and over again. For God's sake, dude! Like the same quippy. Oh my god! Like how do I put this? I will say this. Josh Whedon ruined an entire generation of writers. God.
most
Yeah.
likely.
everybody wants to be Joss Whedon.
I mean, I don't.
I don't.
I wanna
I
I wanna be Quentin Tarantino. I don't know what you're talking about.
me, I'm actually back in the day when like the Avengers Age of Ultron movie, legit, when I saw the movie and walked out, I thought like, oh my god, Age of Ultron is the most amazing fucking thing ever, and I'll never live up to Whedon's writing. But it's only until like years like it's
No.
not until like years later that like I realized, yeah, he's not that great of an artist, especially or writer, especially since like he's influenced so many people the past generation that like it's just kind of like overrated. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, that's a good one. Here it's I would say the people like I'm not calling these people bad writers, but I will say like so many people try to be them without understanding who they are and what they are as writers. What makes it work that they honest to God just try to imitate them and they don't make art. So one of the big ones is of course Josh Whedon.
Hmm.
He's a good writer. I'll admit he's got his own unique style. The dude has done stuff that I really do like. He's a good writer. Um, and the same thing go, but like when you look at like film recently, you realize another big influencer is Wes Anderson,
Yeah.
and everyone's trying to be Wes Anderson, the same quirky style, of awkward humor and stuff like that. And I'm just like, stop trying to be Wes Anderson. Be yourself. Like, stop. You're not Wes Anderson, Ryan. Stop it.
Time.
Stop.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you have like, who's the dude who did? And this was a really big one on comics. Um, and that's the guy who did Scott Pilgrim. I can't think of his name right now. Who ironically, Wes Anderson did the movie version of Scott Pilgrim, but Scott Pilgrim's comics had a negative impact on comic books.
Brian Lee O'Malley, right?
Brian Lee O'Malley, good artist, good writer. People need to realize, for God's sake, for the love of God, realize this. Scott Pilgrim was largely a parody. You weren't meant to take all of it seriously. The entire point was that Scott was kind of everyone was kind of an asshole. and they're not in a good situation. You're not supposed to take it at face value.
I
Even
definitely fell into that trap when I first read that book, and I was like, hey, I like this. And I tried to read my first few stories like that, and I was like, grew out of it, and then started to try to write my own thing.
Yeah.
yeah,
It
yeah,
happened
because
to a lot of younger people.
Yeah, he even came out and said like Ramona is literally a parody of the manic pixie dream girl stereotype. She is literally not a good person, and Scott and her have a really toxic relationship that you should not try to emulate or see as positive. But people, I guess that message flew over people's head in the book. Uh,
Oh,
Like, even I never read the comic, but when I saw the movie, I kind of thought, yeah, Ramona, like, she's not really doing all that much in this relationship, and it's like, why are you leaving like Knives? Like, Knives is she's a good girl. Why are you
yeah.
like holding
Didn't
out on
it
her?
have two endings though? Like
what?
the movie it had two
Like,
endings, did it not?
yeah,
I know there's one where he goes with
like,
Nine, and there's one
like
ending
here's
with Ramona.
I don't. What? I can't hear you.
Oh, I was saying the movie had two endings where he goes with Ramona and one where he goes with Kim. I'm pretty sure the one he goes with Kim though is like in like a DVD special uh edition or something like that. But it's good. I don't know because we all know he ends up going with Ramona.
Yeah, but
And
like it's even implied like near the end of the books that Scott the only person who kind of gets any character development is Scott, and even then the um the book even implies that Scott's gonna be a quote unquote evil X, because even like the idea of an evil X is really questionable when you see these people who've been with them, like Ramona's been with, and the fact that she's even openly cheated on Scott at one point and doesn't even feel bad about it. Um, the fact, like I said, like people forget that the point of Scott Pilgrim versus the World is very much a fucked one. I want to show this because Ryan has a point.
mhm.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
I hate Big Bang Theory with a passion.
Scott's Big Bang Theory have ruined the concept of being a geek for most people. Yeah, they kind of basically they I think they I'm doing way too much of the talking. You guys can just jump in whatever.
No, I'm just hearing your opinions and stuff.
Yeah, like
I just on a big level hate Big Bang Theory. I do not like that show at all. My
I
goodness,
I
goodness, what a funny show that is.
I I you're gonna hate me, Bags, because I actually unironically like that show. I like the show. I don't like its effect
I can't
it's
stand it.
had on nerd culture.
My grandma watches it all the time. There's
Uh,
an
which
opening. I know. I got to get out of here.
which which show are you guys talking about?
Big Bang Theory.
Oh yeah, I've never seen an episode of that show.
Congratulations. You
Yeah.
saved yourself a royal headache.
But like I see Stranger Things and I understand why people get fucking tired of it. Like I love Stranger Things, but I can understand why people are just like fucking bored of it now.
I love season 1. I liked
Yeah.
season 2. I'm not even going to touch season 3.
I,
I
I
I heard season 3 is where things get bad for the show.
In my
like
opinion, kind of.
I actually admit I do kind of I kind of enjoy season 3, but like, and I will like whenever it's on in the background, I'll just like let it play and all that. But like, there are good moments. It's just that there's a ton of like missed opportunities and stuff that just doesn't go anywhere in the show in the third season.
Story got too weird. Thing got a little bit too cartoony, not going to lie.
Exactly.
With the Nazis and I was like, what? The
Like
colors, the whole theme, the whole vibe of the season was complete different shift from where the show
Yeah.
first began.
Yeah, like I don't mind the change in aesthetics. I like that they're going all out with the 80s and like making it this big fantasy almost of what the 80s is like. It's just that there's like certain things in the plot that I just think are kind of like ridiculous or a little bit cringeworthy. Even like rewatching season 1 and then 2 and then 3 like back to back to back, it's like the tone is completely different from the first 2 seasons.
Yeah, it's crazy how when you're watching something and you watch it back to back, it's a different experience from watching something, say, like you watched it one time, then you waited years for the other part to come out. And you watch something back to back, and sometimes you can see how things don't smoothly seam in together. It's just
Yeah.
like it's like what a mess.
I I did s- I did something like that recently, and it was stupid because
With
I rewatched Avatar right recently,
yeah.
and then like when Legend of Korra went on Netflix, I tried to watch season 1 again to give I tried to give it a second chance, and I ended up hating it even more.
Oof, you tried. You tried. At
I
least
tried like I tried a lot of stuff that I said, hey, I didn't give us maybe I didn't give us a fair shake. Maybe I should go in with an open mind, but this is one of those times where I'm like,
no.
yeah, nah,
Nah.
I was right on the money. I was right on the money. This
Like
show
fair.
fucking
And
sucks.
that's a good mindset to have. And it's all good and fair because I do that sometimes. Like maybe I was too hard on this. Maybe I was just being an ass. But then you realize, nah. Sometimes you were dead right.
Yeah.
Sometimes those just buns.
I I sleep better at night when I'm like, holy shit, thank God I'm not losing my mind. Okay. So like when you go back and watch certain things and you realize, and I think this is something that a lot of people do, um because when you go back and watch certain shows, it really does dawn on you like, oh my god, this show was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Or, oh, this show, here's three different examples. I went back to watch Teen Titans, the original show from, the 2003 show, right?
Yeah.
Um, it, it's not as good as I remember. It's not bad. I'm not calling Teen Titans bad, but it's not as good as I remember.
No, I hear you. It's the same thing when I recently went back to Clone Wars. I was like,
Yeah,
damn, this is kind of
it did
boring.
it didn't get good until around season 3. Clone
Yeah,
Wars didn't get good till around season
season
3.
1 and 2 is mostly on repeat of I am Grievous. I have failed. Catch you next time. Like,
Yeah, felt like fucking Pokemon, dude. Like
yeah,
Team
that's
Rocket.
exactly what it felt like, and I'm like, damn, this ain't picking up till a little bit later.
Like,
Yeah, we go. But
oh
like
yeah,
once we do get to season 3, it's really fucking awesome. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, that's when the show gets
Uh,
great.
yeah, like, see, Clone Wars didn't really get like, I mean, season 1 it was like all right, like I wasn't really like warming up to. Well, Ahsoka wasn't like bad. It's just that she was just kind of like, all right, let's see where this is going. And then like season 2 is where I actually kind of got a little bit more invested in her character. And then from 3 and onwards, she's actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's a show that got like better as it went on.
Yeah.
yeah,
No, I mean that's a good thing. It's just that yeah, I definitely can I definitely can't say the whole thing was just pure perfection. I mean, even in the
yeah,
later seasons, there are still issues. Granted, and it's not all perfect from 3 up and on, but
yeah,
yeah, you look back, take up nostalgia blinds, like yeah, it was a good show. Wasn't the best, not a magnum opus, but yeah, like because I mean,
yeah. Like,
I
I
definitely would
mean,
watch Indie Clone Wars over uh this Clone Wars any day. That's no disrespect to like Filoni's, Yeah, just preference.
Yeah, like the thing about it is for me is um I think season 3 onward is like I think season 3 onward is when they realized, wait a minute, we can use this to fix the prequels, and I'm like, and they were like, oh my god, we can, we can do good stories to help fix the prequels, and I'm like, yeah, that would be a good idea. That would be a preferable idea. Use the show to fix the problems with the prequels, and I'm
Yeah.
like, and even then, that it again not per like. Here's one thing I will say: I
Yeah.
don't think like it didn't. I still think that Padme and Anakin's relationship, no matter what it is, it will never be natural. It will never feel natural. They
I
just don't. They just don't have the chemistry at all.
Listen,
I
Padme
actually
and Anakin's relationship is it's something, man. It's really something when you think about a lot of the stuff that went into is like that age gap, that
I know it's really weird.
tutorial.
I could have forgiven the age gap if 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 they didn't use Natalie Portman in the first movie, but a younger actress
yeah,
or something. It's just weird when it's the
or
same actress.
Would have
yeah,
been
or
better.
what?
Oh, it would have been better if they made Anakin like basically like a greaser type, like Darish Rogue, like the same age as her. And it's like, probably the pod racing thing would have been a lot better because I don't know, maybe could have thrown a
Right.
wrench into somebody else's pod. Just like this is what we do in this neck of the woods.
Yeah, like
Welcome to the
there's
planet.
there's a lot of that in the in like the comics and the EU books,
Yeah.
and that's kind of what Anakin did. He kind of snuck out of the temple and did a lot of illegal pod racing. He was kind of like
Anakin was a
because
goon.
yeah, because he didn't grow up with the other students. He was thrown in there, so he was kind of the oddball out. Anyway, this turned into a Star Wars stream apparently.
Yeah, I actually I want to kind of go back a little bit to the Avengers to kind of just say like a few like closing stuff on that, and it's just that from the company Square Enix, you would think that like when they announced an Avengers game from Square Enix, I was hoping for something like Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest or Nier, but instead we got this fucking where it's like realistic, but it's also like stylized to kind of look like anime at the same time. But
Yeah,
you know,
because me and my friends,
It really it looks like it's trying to be. It looks, and I really think this was because, they really want this to be a quote unquote normie game, and so it looks as vanilla as possible.
it's a video game. It's a superhero video game for The Last of Us fans.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, like when they opened up and it's Bruce and Kamala, I'm like, fuck, 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 fuck,
it's
fuck.
funny
We're
though.
doing this again. Fuck.
You guys did hear how like how the beta was very buggy. Like,
Oh yeah, and like and I saw that they did the same thing. Kamala's face was gone. It was just the eyes and the mouth.
Gone. Characters would glitch back and forth during cutscenes. Characters would duplicate themselves and just go off elsewhere, and it's like, what the hell? The game looks like a total mess, and I don't know. I just don't. If you want to be a sci-fi game, go ahead, but it just looks so boring. The story looks so boring. The characters look so boring. That's how I know when it says Square Enix. I was like, it can't be overseas Square Enix. It gotta be the American part of Square. It gotta be the Western side.
Like,
yeah, like
no way.
Yeah, like here's the thing. You guys saw like early depictions of Black Widow, like how she looked, right?
Yeah.
Like they had to overhaul her face. She looked so bad. Like this keeps happening. This keeps happening with these new Disney games. I remember this is the same thing that happened with Chun-Li in like Marvel versus Capcom, whatever the shitty one with Disney, the one that Disney popped out, and Chun-Li looks so bad. She
Oh, you
looks
talking about?
so
Yeah,
bad.
okay, you talking about Marvel vs. Capcom, right?
Marvel vs. Capcom, yeah, she looked so bad. I think they actually got like people to completely redo her face
Yeah,
because
that game is
she
trash.
looked, she looked.
Yeah.
The game was garbage. Yeah, Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
I don't even call it Marvel vs. Capcom. I just call it MCU now because it's just the MCU game with Capcom characters who only exist
Yeah,
to prop up Marvel characters. It's a Marvel story with Marvel characters, and the Capcom people are here as backgrounds. Hey
I
Dante,
mean,
can I get your guns? I'm like, why would Dante ever throw his precious babies towards this dusty space raccoon? What the fuck is this? I don't know.
um, like here's the thing. Like I remember again. She looked so bad, and they had to actually get people to rehaul the game to fix it.
Yep.
And I think it's like this whole idea that we can't have good looking female characters. I'm not gonna start that debate, but um yeah, like it just looks bland. I think it's all epitomized in like the fact that Kamala Khan's gonna be the main character in this campaign, and I'm
Yeah.
like, Kamala Khan, like you guys are really pushing for this character, huh?
Wait,
Like you guys are, like you get for like since 2014,
Yeah.
you guys have been doing nothing but shoving this character down our throat, and nobody. And the worst part is, it's not even that nobody dislikes her or hates her or anything. We don't like her because she's boring.
Boring.
She
I
is
said,
a
I said it
boring.
many times. A character that has existed that long, like on the top of any person's head. She's been here for like a decade plus, and I can't think of an actual like memorable moment in her time.
I remember when she came a brown shirt and she literally arrested people.
And that's it. I mean, like
Yeah.
we know stuff like when I say memorable, I mean like an event to the character themselves, something just to themselves. Spider-Man has when he lost MJ. Well, I don't even have to go. Every X-Men character has gone through something specifically with Scott and his parents, or Wolverine and his son, and this whole family thing is weird. But every character has something good go. Yeah, at one point, this character did this thing that's iconic and memorable. I did Kamala, and I'm like, well, she was on the Champions, I guess.
Yeah, like I remember all the bad stuff, all the stupid stuff. I remember she left the Avengers because they didn't want to clean up collateral damage.
Yeah, that's what
That's how the champions came to be formed, by the way.
And I'm like,
They
that is
literally
the way you could form a team. You guys aren't cleaning the town. Yeah, no, it's not our jobs. There are people who get paid for that. Let them get their paycheck.
we are trying to save the world here. We're trying to stop fucking Doctor Doom from taking over the world. I understand this is important, but if you're really gonna throw a bitch fit over collateral damage, nobody got hurt, by the way, either. It was literally just collateral damage. I'm like,
hey, wait a minute. Couldn't they have gotten damage control to deal with that?
Yes,
they do. And she's like, man, the Avengers kind of suck because they don't care about collateral damage. But come on, champions.
Right? Like it's like Kamala Khan. First of all, she knows her heroes. So her whole shtick is she knows heroes. She does fan fiction.
She's basically, her whole thing is that she's a fangirl.
Yeah, but
here's the problem.
She would know that there are people who clean up after the Avengers. You think she would know there are people that get paid for this, but she doesn't.
but not only that, everything is just handed to this girl. She was like the leader of the Avengers at one point. She was like Tony Stark complete trust her. And like I looked at the synopsis of the game actually coming out and seeing what it was about. And apparently it's about Kamala Khan figuring out that the Avengers were set up, and she finds
Yeah,
all this information and stuff,
yeah, they're
and they're
hunting.
trying to find Tony Stark, and she's getting everything, she's hacking everything, she's finding all this info, and I'm like, you're telling me Tony Stark gave up even though he knew he was being set up, and you're telling me Tony Stark of all people gave up because he was obviously framed, but Kamala Khan gets all this info and with no problem. Okay, cool. Yeah, this not a fan fiction character at all. Not a fan fiction self insert at all. Go
This is
ahead.
also her origin story too. So it's not just introducing her. This is also actually gets her powers. It also actually gets the stuff because they're doing the mist, which is weird, I guess. But I don't think they're gonna put any other Inhuman in this game. So
Which
I don't know.
it's also weird because they're trying like I said, like Kamala Khan isn't just boring, she's also like a really cliched YA novel character. So they're throwing in all these YA novel cliches and at the same time. So on one hand she says, I always wanted to be a superhero, but I'm also a freak. I want a normal life. I'm like, bitch, which is it? Do you want to be a superhero? You can't bitch about your superpowers in the same breath. Spider-Man doesn't want to be a superhero. He doesn't like being a superhero. He openly admits he hates it most days.
Well,
He hates putting on the like he doesn't like he likes what he likes helping people. He doesn't mind helping people, but he really hates being a hero and how that has a negative effect on his life. Here she's like, "Oh my god, I'm with like the Hulk and I'm like a superhero and I want to be a superhero too." But like in the same breath she's like, "Oh my god, these superpowers make me a freak. I'm going to be weird. I want to just have a normal life." Which is it? Pick
Like,
one. You're either a fangirl or you're not. Pick one.
well,
like,
the simple solution is she could just split herself in two and have one side of her be a fangirl and the other side be a superhero.
But that's the thing.
Then
I watched like where she's talking to Bruce and she's like, one minute she's like, I always wanted to be a superhero. This is like a dream come true being with you. And then like the next second she's like, oh my god, I have superpowers. I'm a freak. I'm a weirdo. I'm like, you can't. What are you doing?
yeah, it's a
well,
bit complicated.
it,
Yeah.
I think to be fair, they could have a conflict of her where, like, she for the longest time would have wanted to become a superhero, only to realize, like, it's not really as cracked up as she thought it would be. But you know,
That
Um,
I'm not against that idea either, but they don't do that. It's literally making our character go 180 out of nowhere, and it doesn't make any sense. It would be better if she had these powers and then realized, oh my god, being a superhero kind of sucks, and then great power, great responsibility, all that, and then she kind of like accepts being a hero and takes it more seriously instead of just being this fangirl who uses her powers willy nilly. I think that would be a better arc for her. But this is like trying to play two arcs at the same time that were counterintuitive to one another. You can't play the I want to be normal card while at the same time I'm living out my fantasy and it's not turning out what I want to be card at the same time because it doesn't make any sense. It's counterintuitive to one another. This is what I am, a guy who spent 6 months in an art school and I went to high school and did creative writing classes and filmmaking classes. I only did this stuff for a few months, and I have better understanding and nuanced writing than these paid professionals, and it really pisses me off.
Well, I think
Sorry, I
no,
just,
no.
I just,
Here's something that I think a lot of people need to realize is that a lot of corporations have this whole they create comics based on like committee. Like I think there was a George Perez article concerning where they want to manufacture comics versus creating them because it's like they're saying there was stuff that he could do, but then saying, "Oh, you can't do this stuff," and it's like, okay, well, I can't really create anything. You just want me to push out bunch of books or whatever. And I think that's basically what they're just on. Where, and I think they do this with a lot of other characters also, where it's like they'll just have them present in the book, and they're not even sure exactly how to write creatively because they've got deadlines. So they basically just push it out, and they're just like, okay, people will might buy this or not, you know.
and
Since
then there's
Marvel has the money to, well, since Marvel's like owned by Disney, right? So they have the money to basically mess up whatever.
like
Versus,
you guys hear about the Starfire conspiracy?
Oh, no, but
No.
I've seen some stuff.
Like basically, apparently DC really hates the Starfire character, and they really don't. They really hate Starfire's character, and they try their hardest to not um to not put her with Dick Grayson and other stuff like that. And they really try to push away from her character. They apparently really don't like her,
Oh yeah.
and they deliberately try to get people try not to write stories about her.
Well,
Yeah.
I can see it because I don't know the way they write her sometimes. Just feels weird.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
like they're like she doesn't like meet the Bat family, and she's not. And like anytime Dick like talks about goes to like the Gotham universe, call it that, they almost never bring up Starfire ever.
So
It's dead.
what the hell? So while we were having this stream, apparently they showed the Suicide Squad game trailer.
There's a game coming
Oh,
out.
Yes.
You
that
get to
that
play as Polka Dot Man.
Nah, not the movie. Just the games. It just has, well, from what I'm seeing, Harley, King Shark, and Deadshot, and it looks like something straight out of I don't want to be mean, but it kind of looks like Fortnite. It kind of,
oh
They do the
Lord,
floss dance.
for God's sake.
they got the poppy music. They're killing people and doing things. Yada yada.
Hold
I
on.
don't know.
Let me look at this real quick.
Yeah, it's I want to say no. What's the other game? Not Fortnite.
Overwatch.
No.
Borderlands?
It was a Sucker Punch game that came out, I think, for the Xbox One when it first dropped. You're grinding on stuff.
Oh yeah, Sunset Overdrive.
Yes, that's what this looks like. Sunset Overdrive.
Hang on, I'm gonna look at it real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna look at it too.
Yeah, go ahead. This this DC fandom stuff is still going on. They dropped the Batman trailer. It looks all right. I'll watch it, I guess. I don't know. Also, apparently, there's news of a Static movie being made too.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm a bit worried about that.
Yeah, I'm excited and worried. I'm like, yeah, my boy Static. But then I said, damn, current climate. Well,
I don't know if they're gonna do it justice like Dwayne McDuffie did.
we'll see. Because I just wish, get a director who's just who's just trying to make the character come alive. No politics, no nonsense.
Yeah, just have him face against Ebon. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot you could do with the static
Ebon was actually a pretty intimidating villain. I think he actually threatened to throw Static into the center of the earth one time.
God damn.
Or like, I don't know, he's threatening to kill like his friend or something, and it's like, wow, this guy.
If they treat it like DC has been treating their past movies since like Wonder Woman and Aquaman and Shazam, where those are really actual standalone films. I'd be all for it. I don't want it to be connected to anything else. Just make a Static Shock film, No connection, no have to build into the DC universe or something.
So I don't know if they're going to do the whole his storyline that was shown in his past with his mother, right? Like his mother basically died during a bunch of riots after she was a nurse, or no, what's the word for ambulance driver? MT?
EMT? Is it? No.
And he went back into the past to try to talk her out of it, but she's like, "No, I gotta go out there and help people." I'm like, "Oh, damn, you're not coming back."
They probably won't do that. They'll probably try to make it simple, very grounded. I mean, they could probably still do the riot angle, but they're gonna probably make the riots probably similar to what's happening today, I guess.
Well, with the way that DC is going, they're probably going to reference some other stuff happening, most likely, just here and there. Then that might slow the movie down, because it's like they gotta interest people in other movies that they have.
Yeah, because we know for a fact it's gonna be a coming of age movie. It is young kid superhero. Yeah, most likely it'll be a coming of age story. Probably gonna be about learning to escape his environment. I don't know if it was the New 52 where he was kind of like I don't want to say a thug, but his age and living in poverty and stuff. You do things. And what's that? I think that was the New 52 story. I'm trying to.
I haven't read that one. I was mostly interested in Superman.
Yeah. Then he got his powers, and he's like, I don't have to do like any of this thug activity. I could use it for good. They could do something like that, I guess.
Well, yeah, I just remember from the TV show that I thought was pretty good. I think it was like someone was trying to get Virgil into a gang, and then basically he realized he had a gun. And it was like I can't remember the age rating, but they couldn't show guns firing off. They showed a gun. He unwrapped it. He didn't even know what it was, and he just threw it away. And then that's when the big the gas attack happened, and made them all into superheroes and stuff.
Yeah, see, it's most likely probably gonna have to do with something with gangs at the end of the day. I just hope they're not too. I don't know. I just
wonder how they're gonna achieve that.
Okay. Just got back from watching the trailer. What the fuck was that? I don't know. It wasn't.
It's not the worst.
What the fuck was that? It's not the worst thing in the world. It's just what makes you how are you from a concept? How is this gonna work? just on a the game outright states that the Suicide Squad is gonna have to kill Superman or whatever, but let's be real, how
more characters in this game. There's probably gonna be more characters that could probably actually do something to Superman. So we'll see. They only showed 3, which is those 3 are definitely.
Yeah, there's no one in the Suicide Squad who could take down Superman.
Well, maybe. Maybe.
Name one. Name one.
If they got Reverse Flash to do it,
Verse Flash, Enchantress. Let's say they put someone like
Enchant
Parasite in there too. Let's say they put
yeah,
someone like Parasite in there. That's a tough guy. He's given Superman the runs before.
like the only people I've seen like legit go toe to toe with Superman realistically is Captain Marvel, obviously Shazam.
Yeah.
Uh,
There's Mongol.
just
Mongol.
Mongol, yeah,
Handled
Mongol's a
Superman
tough
many
son
times.
of a bitch.
Yeah,
Uh,
he's handled Superman and the League. Like
Oh,
I mean,
Bizarro. What if they find
Bizarro.
Bizarro? What
they
if
got
that's an objective in the game?
but yeah, like yeah, but they got like the old like I said bizarre. There are people who can take him down. Doomsday, obviously, you
Yeah,
take him down.
that's that's a good.
Um, Batman if he plans stuff out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's always that. It's like he plans stuff out, but it's like like
Even
realistically
though in my opinion,
speaking,
plan or not, slap
Hey,
that. Slap.
can I request? You think Martian Manhunter if he wasn't a pacifist, do you think he could take Superman down?
oh yeah, I
Yes,
mean, does
yes.
Superman have anything against mind control powers?
Yeah.
Yeah, like he has
Superman
like he
has a
like
mental block, but it
he has stuff in his brain that like stops
yeah, but
stuff.
Martian doesn't need that. He is almost as strong as Super. Well, I won't say as strong, but he's strong. He could shapeshift. He could heal. He could phase. He has a lot that could really harm Superman.
Well, right. Couldn't he basically like shapeshift to basically be the size of molecules in that, and basically just take down Superman molecule by
Now,
molecule or something, or atoms or
now,
something?
what I think
Prob-
for for John, um, like in terms of strength and like abilities and stuff, I think he could actually like do a lot of mental stuff because that's kind of where John kind of shines.
It is, but with Superman, it probably just won't work because of his
Wait,
mental block.
wait a minute. So, John is able to shapeshift into metal and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Couldn't he?
I don't think he can do metal. I think he can like shapeshift and change his forms, and he has super strength. He has flight. He has
Right.
shape shifting.
But
He had like he could like turn into like he could like shapeshift to a dragon and shit like that.
Yeah. Oh, you
okay.
know what? Yeah, I don't think he could do metal. No, I think he. Yeah, I think Sim's right. I think he just does.
Wait.
Animals and other aliens and stuff like that.
Organic material.
I remember in the TV show, the Justice League TV show, he's fighting against the demon one time. The demon punched him in the face, and he turned into metal at that one point. If he could,
Probably.
if he could,
I think that's like him hardening his skin or something like that.
well,
more
I
like
was just
that.
thinking, if he could, wouldn't he be able to transform like his fist into kryptonite or something?
Oh no, he can't do that.
Are you
Unfortunately,
sure?
Yeah, he
Has that
can't
ever
do
been
that.
tested?
there are
No.
other guys who could do stuff like that, like
Couldn't
like
he?
Al.
There should be a science to it where I don't know, or I mean, this is comics, right? So mostly like you could,
Yeah, because
he
Martian
could make
mainly
himself
known-
have radiation, right? Where
Yeah, because he's mainly known for just shifting into organic stuff.
well, I
That's
mean,
what he's mainly known for doing. There are other characters that could do the whole make kryptonite stuff, like Firestorm and Adam, who once did that. You know, the one. Wait, Adam is the. Yeah, no, Adam, the one who could shrink. Yeah, he could do that too.
Another character who could probably take that Superman is Doctor Fate.
I was also going to say Etrigan because
Really?
he's powerful. Yeah, he's strong. I mean, his whole stick is that he's like the Deathbringer to Earth.
he's
Yeah,
also
he's
magic.
time.
Yeah, Superman like he can't do anything. Who else?
Yeah, and he's magic.
I think Captain Atom.
Yeah, Captain Atom, Zod.
Captain Atom is pretty big. It's pretty big dude. What's his name? Hang on, I'm thinking of it. Who else can take down Superman? I know it's on the tip of my tongue. I think if the entire Green Lantern Corps got together, they could take down Superman.
Well, wait,
I wouldn't be that bad, but maybe half. I want to say the entire Green Lantern's Corps.
What?
I mean, he ain't Boy Prime. He's just Superman.
Okay, so Parasite can absorb his energy, right? And make him a little bit weaker. So
you can make
Superman.
him Parasite could kill Superman if he kept taking his energy.
Right. So if Superman gains his power from the sun, right? He stores solar radiation in his body somehow or whatever because he's Kryptonian. What about someone who can siphon off that energy?
That happened before. There was a character that did that once. I can't remember.
Yeah, he was a character, but I can't remember his name. But basically, he was a guy who was saying that Superman was endangering the Earth by absorbing the radiation from the sun that would leave the Earth completely lifeless. And somebody asked him, "How long would this take?" And he said, 4.7 billion years. And of course, he said, "You know, you're completely crazy, right?"
Right. That's a long time from here, bro. You just relax.
I mean, I'd be like,
oh
no, 4.7. Oh no, what am I gonna do?
Another one.
Pretty sure.
Up.
Yeah, totally crazy.
Of course, Darkseid could take that Superman, obviously.
Oh yeah, since he's so buff right now. I mean, if you just look at him, he could go shirtless now in public and not be embarrassed.
I mean, he could kill him, so if he wanted to. I mean, any new god could kill Superman. To be honest.
Yeah, any new god could take that. Could probably. There's a lot of people who could take that Superman, but when you look at the Suicide Squad, you're like, nah.
Down.
I think that's what makes me interested in it because it's just the how and the why. It's how will these guys get together, make a plan, a good plan that's going to take down Superman. Now I know there's gonna be more cats in this game, so I'm kind of.
It looks like they're gonna go. It looks like it's gonna be, either a Fortnite clone or an Overwatch clone. That's the vibe I'm getting.
I'm thinking Sunset Overdrive with a little bit of Fortnite.
Most likely, I think sorry.
No, continue. My bad.
Well, most likely, I think it's going to be a bunch of missions where you have to collect these items or whatever, maybe to take down Superman towards being the final boss. Maybe they have to, I don't know, steal a bunch of shit from somebody else to, make a super weapon or something.
Yeah. Or what if you have to, also fight other villains to make them join your forces? More stronger guys to help fight Superman. Waller.
I mean, it's not. I mean, I think the game's gonna be basically. I think the ultimate goal might be to find the Batcave and get the Kryptonian bullet.
Something like that. I mean, we could just get Metallo.
Either that or block out the Metallo.
You're gonna help us and make them help them, and Metallo do what Metallo does best. Just weaken Superman. They jump him.
Well, they could block out the sun.
Yeah.
That's not how his powers work, though.
That's harder than.
Wait. The red radiation. So I remember there was an episode of Superman or whatever where I think this guy called Solar or Polaris, I can't remember what his name was, but basically he used a bunch of satellites to filter the sun where it would be red kryptonite.
Yeah, they could do that. That is a smart plan.
But then I was thinking, what about the entire environmental disaster that was probably happening at that point?
To be fair, the Suicide Squad won't care about the environment. We're just here to kill Superman.
No, it's
kill us.
Lex Luthor was the one funding it, so I was thinking, Lex probably killed a lot of crops right now.
Yeah, but Lex is crazy, so
Oh yeah, I mean, there's someone who did an abridged of Lex Luthor, basically just saying how he hated Superman so much. I don't know. I don't want to explain it all the way. I'll probably like link it later. Just the best part. Have you ever seen Tropic Thunder?
Yes, of course.
Well, basically they switch out some of his dialogue from the Tom Cruise guy and made Lex Luthor talk about this is the goodie room. It's like apple bottom jeans.
Boots with the
Yeah, even put sunglasses on him.
That's wild.
You guys see the new Batman series?
Robert Patterson.
Yeah, Rob Patterson.
Yeah, I saw it. It's again, like most of the DC stuff I'm seeing, it's just okay. I don't think any of this really looks bad. I don't think nothing they show so far looks bad.
I didn't like how Patterson looked as Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, he looks young. For some reason, I don't know, he looks like a young Bruce Wayne. Some people says he looks like Terry. And
Terry McGinnis?
Yeah, I kind of see it. Like they put like comparison pictures, and I was like, yeah, he got more of a Terry build.
But like,
I don't know.
But like, have you seen the official pictures?
I saw the pictures. I saw the trailer. You know, he's fighting some goons. The fights look cool.
1 sec, I'm gonna check this out real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. The fights look cool in the movie. Selena's in it. That's cool. And you know what? I'm glad they're doing the Riddler. I'll at least say that. I'm so glad they're doing the Riddler. I like the Riddler. I'm glad he's finally coming to the big screen.
Well, not the first time, but
oh yeah, I almost forgot. Yeah, you're right. Not the first time, but this time it'll be different.
Yeah,
back card. No bat nipples. Just be pure Riddler nonsense. And I hope I want to watch this movie and just feel like I've been finessed. I want to watch this movie and go, whoa, I didn't see that coming. Riddler, you're so smart. I don't want them to make him dumb. He has to win this. I mean, he's not supposed to, but I want Riddler to win. I don't know why. I just really like the guy.
Yeah.
They got Jim Gordon.
Like
very diverse movie, I would say.
To be honest, I wasn't like when they casted Catwoman for what was her name? Zoe Kravitz for Catwoman. Like, in my opinion, I kind of thought at first that like they got her out of all of the possible actresses. They like, even if they did want a black actress, it's like I was kind of like, she hasn't really done anything that's like noteworthy to me, but kind of like looking a bit at I've seen like a few like what she said in one interview, and like she seems to actually be taking the Catwoman role seriously, because like for one, she's like really working out from what I've seen in some articles, and then the other thing is that she actually understands that Catwoman is supposed to be like the yin to Batman's yang, or however that's supposed to work.
Yeah. Relationship. And
that Catwoman is supposed to be like the feminine side of the duo, that there's power in femininity. That's a quote from her that like you don't hear that.
That's a good quote.
Yeah, like you don't hear that shit nowadays. That
because there is no power nowadays. We gotta make women men. She-Hulk is like the biggest example of people taking that catchphrase and just going against it. Like, no, there's power in being strong. Like, I hate it. I'm glad to see that the casting for this movie is pretty solid. The actors all look like they're in it to win it. Patterson, I guess he doesn't look. Patterson as Batman, he just gotta warm up to some people. Either you like him or you don't. I think he's fine. I get it. Going from buff to this, I get it. But
all right. I just saw the trailer. I saw like screenshots. I didn't see the trailer.
Well, what do you think?
I think the Riddler looks weird, but everything else looks okay. I swear to God, Batman straight up killed that dude. He did not just punch him. That motherfucker is
In
dead.
the in the end of the trailer, right? He just
Yeah,
he's
he's
just
like
wailing on him.
bam, 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 bam.
He'll be
Like,
all right. He'll be all right.
He
nah, man, that dude is dead. Yes,
He's a grown man. He'll be all right.
bro, that nah, nigga, nah, that nigga is dead.
well,
You heard? He got, dude. He got Negan. He got Negan. Like he didn't stop. He didn't stop till he was just like.
He'll wake up
like
in the hospital and learn about his mistakes.
I think it's
what hospital? His brain, his face probably looks like leftover lasagna, dude. Like he fucked him up. That is not. He literally just kept punching him. He just said, "I am bit."
dude.
I love how he just.
Do you
I
think
love
there's
how he just
Batman
kept-
insurance?
What happened?
Yeah, Batman thug beat up insurance. Like
Well,
you get
that guy clearly didn't have it because the other guys look scared.
no, I mean
So like
he provided
like
his
is it
assistance.
so like apparently like the Jokers are like it's like a Joker gang looks like.
Yeah.
The movie shows clearly the Riddler's in it, but these guys look like they're repping the Joker. So I'm like, are they going to use both of these villains at the same time? Because it could be interesting. It could be really interesting if they do that.
Well, I think maybe it's like there'll probably be one guy who could be the Joker, and he'll be Joaquin Phoenix or whatever. Maybe, I don't know, or maybe yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Well, maybe this ties into the Joker movie after he inspired a lot of them to be the Joker boys, or Joker and his crew, or Joker and the boys.
Joker influenced freaking Riddler. All those attacks ago.
Yeah, so basically, I'm probably gonna get somebody to draw up a meme about Joker and his boys.
Joker and the boys.
Ryan said, I saw one image of him and I thought it was Onision.
Oh no!
Oh my god! I can't see it.
I kind of want to like say a little that I saw like a screenshot of what Robert Pattinson looks like without the Batman cowl, and like straight up he looks kind of a little bit like Onision. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my god!
What's could you explain what that is?
Like it's
is
like
a YouTuber who's let's
who
give it
who said that Pointman?
Yeah.
No,
who said they don't know who Onision is?
I'm trying to remember. Well, I'm trying to hear what the word is. What are you saying?
Onision. He's like he was like the YouTuber.
Right, the weird fucker. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I thought he looked like the Crow.
Yeah.
See, I was thinking the same thing. You guys are just mean saying he looks like Onision.
I didn't say it. Brian said it.
I thought you guys said it when Lucy on. And I'm like, what?
I don't see it. I personally don't see it. I agree with Point Man. I look at Robert with his hair down, staring, and I was like, yeah, he looks like something from The Crow.
That was a good movie. You ever watch that?
I've seen the first one, but it's been so long.
Oh,
I mean, it's on Netflix now, so I was like, ooh, maybe
is the Penguin going to be in this movie?
No, I think it's just Riddler.
No. We need to keep it simple. Just Riddler.
I think one of them looks like the Penguin.
How many villains are they stuffing?
They said that Colin Farrell will be playing the Penguin. So
so there's two villains in this? Okay.
It'd be so awesome.
Don't want to be don't want to be too cluttered.
Yeah, I don't want a Spider-Man 3 situation.
Yeah, if it's just Penguin and Riddler, that's fine. Let's just not put in the dirt.
And apparently, like the Joker has some influence, considering there's gangs, Joker gangs.
Yeah.
And there's
movie.
And I'm already looking forward to the people who are gonna be like, oh yes, Kang, like Gordon's black now, take that, and I'm like, oh god, no.
I will say I'm glad I'm not seeing that in the initial reactions right now. It's just mostly people just really happy to see Patterson, and then there's people who are still not on board with Patterson. They still want Ben Affleck. That's the two most reactions I'm seeing from this, which is I'm glad because I'm not even regarding the race changes anymore. I'm just like, I like these actors.
I'm just like, there's gonna be eventually some shit like that.
Yeah,
I'm not looking forward to it. But like Robert Pattinson's actually a really good actor. I've seen him in stuff. He's a really good actor, and I hope he's good in this. I still think he should have worked out for this role because Batman's known for being, see,
that's the problem. That's the curse Robert had to face with this film because, man, they done juiced Ben Affleck up so hard, and now we're going back, and now we're going to a smaller Batman. That's why a lot of people aren't liking him right now. It's like, and I understand that. I really do. I'm like, let's just.
I'm not asking for him to be swole. I'm just asking for him to be, built
a little bit, right? Just a little bit more builder. Just a
okay,
just a little bit because even Keaton worked out. Come on.
Well, consider the amount of time that they have to try to produce these movies out or whatever.
Yeah,
so they probably were not okay. Have you seen that Hellboy movie?
Nope.
The reboot.
Yeah, that one.
Unfortunately.
So basically, the main actor went and worked out a shit ton.
Yeah.
And then the movie flopped or whatever. I don't know how much he was spending time at the gym to get fit like that or whatever. I don't know.
David Harbour was a big dude though.
He was already a big dude as it is. So the fact that he got bigger for this role, it's like, you didn't have to do that, bro. But congrats. You did it for the part.
Hey, maybe he got paid more. I don't know.
Ron Perlman as much of a douchebag as he is, he's still the definitive Hellboy.
Oh yeah. People remember that.
I remember when I thought he was the most awesome person in the world, but then Twitter ruined it for me.
So if everyone's remembered Batman Beyond or whatever, Terry McGinnis and whatnot, and then he wasn't overly fit, although he had that overly techno bat suit.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. Like Robert right now, he got the Terry McGinnis build right now. He got the not too bulky, kind of lean, a little bit in between. It's fine.
Well,
but you could have gotten a little tighter, just a little bit.
Well, he's also doing other stuff though. He still does other movies. Like there's a Netflix movie coming out with him and Tom Holland in it. I think it's coming out a couple of months. So I don't know the film time between those things and other stuff, but I know he.
just a couple of reps. That's all I'm saying.
They probably don't have the time for it, and that's the whole thing with live action versus drawing comics. You could draw them to basically look like DKR. You could make them look that big and imagine them having Adam West's voice, which that's what Frank Miller intended for the Dark Knight Return Batman to talk like. Someone actually did a voiceover of Adam West. Him talking
I miss Adam West already, man.
Oh yeah, okay. So how come Adam West gets Adam West did look very swole back in the day. How come he gets a pass, but Addison doesn't get a pass?
You know why? It's not as serious. That's probably the answer.
What about
but no,
repellent?
The thing about Adam West is he embodied a part of Batman that we take for granted, and that's the campiness.
Yes,
Batman is still very campy. Even at his most serious, he can still be pretty campy.
I mean,
even Dark Knight had campy moments. There's camp in being Batman. Isn't all super serious, dark and brooding. He has camp, the contrast is what makes it work, though. At the end of the day, and the campiness is. And you can argue all you want whether or not Adam West is the best Batman, but you can't deny the dude was the first. He was the first Batman, and we got to respect that.
Well, wait, what about I think there was like a Mexican Batman or maybe a silent movie Batman.
we don't talk about that.
Italian Batman. I think it was an Italian Batman.
Italian?
Either Italian or Mexican.
I know what you're talking about, but it was like a really obscure film that was like what, the 50s. Either way, he was the first Batman to get on the map, and damn it, we gotta respect that much.
Yeah,
I miss Adam West. I love when he played the Gray Ghost in the animated series. You basically got two. We got two Batmans working off each other.
Yeah.
This is like very kind of obscure. I don't know if you've ever seen the show. I mean, I don't know. I'd probably get flack for it for watching that show when I was a kid. So there was a Kim Possible episode where Adam West appears as
the fearless ferret, and Ron becomes the new one.
And I want to make a meme about this where it shows Ron in the Bat Cave or in the Ferret Cave with Adam West.
But dude, actually, that's awesome. You want to know why?
Yeah.
Ron is voiced by Will Friedle, and Will Friedle is Terry McGinnis.
Yeah, I know.
So he's technically Will Friedle was trained by two Batman. He should play Batman. He was trained by two Batman. He was Terry McGinnis, and he was the Fearless Ferret. And that's actually pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, that's pretty hilarious.
You should go for that.
That's pretty awesome.
But I also should put in the Spider-Man reference that they had in the show, which was pretty hilarious. Because like basically Kim just took off the mask when he was upside down. It's like, you're not supposed to do that.
It's weird. I've been watching Kim Possible again a lot recently. It shows, like, again, it's another show you go back to and you really appreciate.
Oh yeah, like I really like
it used to be.
I like the Shigo part where it revealed she was actually a part of a super, like kind of like a super team. Yeah, like Ego, like, and there's like, I think, what the hell is his name? His name's Dick something.
Well, her family, right? They all had the.
Yeah, they all had different powers.
Yeah, they all had different names and go like Higo and
like that,
and the Goat twins. I like that.
That was good.
Shigo was fucking goddamn.
Damn.
But now I need to look up that picture now and basically just post it up or whatever while Batman's still trending.
I think Batman's gonna be trending for the next 2 days. This DC stuff is gonna be trending for days. I already know it. Whole trending page with DC.
I'm kind of glad that like King Shark's getting a lot more attention.
Yes, amen and bless.
He's pretty cool, actually. I'm not gonna lie.
Concept wise, just the fact that he's part man, part shark. I fell in love with it immediately, and to this day,
I mean,
I love King Shark.
there's a girl in X-Men who's like a shark girl,
Yeah,
and I've
but
been
she
into
ain't
her.
King Shark. King Shark's a goon. King Shark's a savage. King Shark's out here fighting League members. Ah, I love this guy.
I want to see. I want like a built shark girlfriend now, because she's not like like I'm not a furry, but
Well, he hit the butt.
but
But I'm not a furry,
but
but shark girls, am I right? I
yeah
know exactly what me and you talking about too. I know what me and you're talking about.
yeah it's
They
like
don't do much of her anymore.
yeah like um I'm not a furry, but it's that
You know what's
but.
funny? So you know how, like, James Gunn always kind of puts his brothers in his movies.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny he made his brother a weasel in the Suicide Squad?
That's great.
When it saw the weasel and it said his brother's name, I was like, oh, of course. Of course. You made your brother the weasel.
It
I mean
would have been
his brother
funny if you made the weasel Bradley Cooper, and he's like, again, fuck you, man.
James, I mean, let's say James' brother clearly likes playing those type of characters. Like that one guy in Guardians of the Galaxy. The what was it? Well, I don't remember his name, but he was like John's best friend.
Wait, was it Scrotum Face or
No, not Scrotum Face. We made fun of that guy.
Taserface?
No, not Taserface. James Gunn's brother was the one that played Yondu's friend, the only one who stayed by his side. And then the end of part 2, he got Yondu's arrow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was Gunn's brother, the junk rat looking guy.
Oh yeah. For some reason I thought that was I don't know why I thought this, but he kind of looks like uh dude who played Shaggy in Scooby Doo. What's his name?
Matthew Lillard?
Matthew
James Gunn's
Lillard.
brother, he got that look. Yeah, he kind of got that look.
We got that look. Yeah, he kind of looks like Matthew Lillard a bit.
Yeah, Sean Gunn. Yeah, that's the name. Sean Gunn. Sean Gunn. He was that weird guy in Guardians of the Galaxy. Now he's playing a literal weasel. It's just
Cool.
funny.
Yeah, he's not a bad actor.
He's not. I like him. I mean, I really like this guy in Guardians of the Galaxy too. First of all, because he stayed by Yondu's side when all the people betrayed him, and I was like, hell yeah, that's that broski, good dude.
I like Guardians of the Galaxy 2 better than 1.
Yeah, I think I do too. I don't know. Every time I watch them, I'm just like, I just like them both. I just really do.
I only like I like 2 mainly, a little bit more than 1, mainly because of Mantis. I fucking love Mantis.
Mantis did so much more in part 2. I was so happy she got all that screen time.
I love Drax's interactions off of her.
Yeah,
because she could like read minds and doesn't know how to talk to people, and he's literal minded. So he's like, "You're hideous. You're absolutely ugly."
In a good way. In a good way. That's another guy, Batista. Look at him stretching out nowadays as well, doing movies and stuff. The classic WWE star, the movie star. You know how it is.
Yeah. John Cena's been doing stuff.
I mean, yeah,
he's shockingly a good actor too.
I love him. I really do. Like, from the wrestling days to his acting days, I don't think there's ever been a time I was like, John Cena.
He's like the next Rock.
Yeah, basically. I liked him in Bumblebee. I'm definitely gonna like him in Suicide Squad, hoping he doesn't die. Because
and one thing I will say I was impressed with, even though I didn't like Rise of TMNT, I don't like the show. I was shocked to find out he actually plays Splinter.
Yeah, not Splinter. He plays that first villain we meet, who ends up becoming good,
Are
I
you,
believe. He's
are you
that.
sure?
Yeah, nah, yeah, he's not Splinter. Splinter is some other guy. John Cena is that big villain guy they meet and fight in like the very first episode, the one who
Oh,
ripped all the bugs and stuff.
I swore that was supposed to be. Oh, well, my bad. I don't know. I really don't like that show. I try. It's one of those shows I tried to give a second chance.
For me, because my friend he's watching it, he said he likes it, and I was like, yeah. I mean, I told him, I'm like, I don't hate it. I just yeah, I just don't like it. It's not for me. You know, it's like the most wildest thing they could have done with TNT. That doesn't make it bad.
It
It's
it
just
remind
it's a
it
lot. Like goddamn, like the final battle was almost legit a ripoff from Gurren Lagann at one point. And I was like, eh,
like it reminds me. It reminds me of like it reminds me of Lunatics Unleashed. At the end of the day, it's
did it
fine.
meme?
But at the end of the day, it just exists. It's like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
that existed.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think that's ultimate. I think people like saying, "Oh my god, the show's so good." Is it really good, or is it just or is it just you like the
Animation.
animation?
It's the animation. If there's anything I will say about
Yeah,
the show, a lot of people really do only like it for the animation, and they will allow themselves to believe that that alone is the beneficial factor to everything. The
I
overall
mean,
story
there's
isn't bad, you know, because first of all, I mean, it takes 2 seasons for you to actually learn the story, which kind of annoying, but it's not bad. Uh,
if it was just its own thing, I think it would be
yeah,
a lot better. But like, even like it felt like here's the thing. There's a couple things that like grind. There's a couple things that grind my gears about it. Number one, um, number one, it was is the fact that like the characters are all basically the same character, just split up into three, and Donnie
yeah,
is the overly sarcastic millennial character.
yeah,
All
yeah.
the other but the other three turtles, they're basically the same character.
Yeah, because I say that, and some people's like, this is like the best dynamic they've gotten since. I'm like, but there is no dynamic. They're all party dudes with
They
slight
they
slight
they don't
variation.
even they don't even argue. They don't even argue most of the time. They don't fight. They don't
There's
do
no
anything.
conflict
They
in the
just
brothers. And yes, I get it. Do we need to see Leo versus Raph again? It's like we don't, but all the brothers at times clash. It wasn't just Leo and Raph. There are times where Mikey and Raph clash. There are times where Leo and Donnie clash. It's just like in the show, they are just knit tight brothers, and that's
and
fine and all. But
it's not even like knit type brothers. It's not like they're all basically the same
yeah,
person.
but see, that's another
And
thing I like to discuss about where it comes down to character design. One thing I notice sometimes where it comes to like TMNT, TMNT is Ninja Turtles is known for how the turtles look. Like the turtles, they have the iconic look where they're all like quadruplets. Like that's their iconic look. And the
yeah,
one thing I realized with the show is this thing where some people do it with character designs, where the show is praised for its character designs because now all the turtles look different, and I'm like, in my opinion, it's merely a substitute for that because the turtles all act the same. Like the only different thing different
differentiating factor
yeah is
is
the
that
fact that
they look different. Yeah, and I'm
the
like
character designs was done intentionally just because at the end of the day these guys are nearly identical.
ironically, that's kind of that's kind of the problem they had originally.
Yeah,
Ironically,
it's like even in the
they
original, I'm not gonna say 80s is my favorite or anything, but like I could kind of close my eyes and hear their voices and hear what they're saying and go, oh, that's Donnie, that's Mikey, that's Raph, that's Leo, because they had
Lee,
a mannerisms to them. They had the way they each of them have a way of talking, and they all weren't just radical party dudes.
yeah, like it was like Lee. Like here's the thing, Leo was the responsible one, always making sure his brothers were doing the right thing. He was the obvious leader. Like he didn't have to say it. It was obvious he was the leader.
Yep.
Then there was Raph he went from like cynical in the 80s version. He was more cynical and had an attitude a bit, but like then he eventually became a hothead in later incarnations. But still, I was still there in the 80s. And
Yeah.
then Donnie was like snarky, but still like dorky and like gentlemanly like. So he was like, "Oh well, okay then. That's."
Yeah.
And then like Michelangelo was the part and Michelangelo was like the wisecracking party dude, always cracking jokes. And I would say that evolved over time into the 90s movies, which made them a lot, which made, again, they still kind of acted the same, but you still knew which turtle was which, especially Raphael, because he was a straight up hothead at this point.
I
He
will
was a
say though,
hothead.
I don't really think any iteration has done Mikey wrong though. Since personally, I believe he is the easiest turtle to get right. It's kind of really hard to get Mikey wrong in a way, you know?
Yeah, and then and that's why I think like the 2K3, like the 2003 version was the best version of the Turtles, because this is where they were completely different characters. It was the first time they were completely different characters. They did not act at all similar. Leonardo was a straight-faced, serious leader who at first everyone thought was, perfect and always did the right thing, but then slowly realized, he could mess up, he could fuck up, he wasn't as perfect as everyone thought he was, stuff like that. Then we had Raphael, who was like straight up, who was just straight up, hothead, but he had a heart of gold. He was a really good guy deep down. Then we had Donatello, who was the quiet one, who was kind of like quiet and, clumsy, but he was still very much the brains and snarky one. And then we have Michelangelo, and that was the funniest Michelangelo ever was. That's the funniest incarnation of Michelangelo.
Yeah. It's crazy because they also there's one thing I did not like about Rise. One thing that really ticked me off was the Casey Jones reveal. Man,
I didn't. What did they do with Casey Jones?
Oh, you don't know? Okay. You know that so you saw like those few foot ninjas in the show, like those three idiots, the girl and the two guys, those guys.
Yeah, I know that's Karai and those other.
That is not Karai. That's Casey. The whole time.
What?
That was Casey Jones the entire time.
Wait, what happened?
That's not. Wait, what?
Cassandra Jones, my guy.
Cassandra
Jones. And they only tell you her name in the final episode, final fight. I'm like, why would you do this? If you wanted to gender swap Casey, fine. But don't wait till the last episode with 5 minutes left to tell the audience, yeah, the whole time that was Casey. It's like, what? What? No, that's not Casey. Who's this? Some foot ninja person.
No, that can't be real.
The person you thought was Karai was Casey Jones. Karai is Master Splinter's grandmother, great grandmother.
What?
In this story, it is different. It's a different iteration. We know this. I don't mind what they did with this because Karai is Master Splinter's great grandmother or something like that. In the finale, her spirit comes to help them fight Shredder. And it also turns out Shredder is also Karai's dad in this version too. He was just possessed and lost his way and turned to a monster. And pretty much the whole fight was, in the end, they just destroyed Shredder to free his soul. It's nice. It's a nice moment and all. Very different so I'll take it like that. I'll take it like as it is. But yeah, no, that was not Karai the whole time. The whole time.
That was Cassandra Jones.
Yes, she picked up a spear, right? As Shredder's about to kill Splinter, and she betrays Shredder. And when she hits him with the spear bends and it looks like a hockey stick. And then she's like, "The name's Cassandra Jones, but my friends call me Casey." And I was like, "If y'all don't get the fuck out of my face, this nonsense. Why did the spear
What
bend?"
the fuck is this?
That is hilarious. I'm just thinking, it was the last episode, right?
Last episode, the last battle, 5 minutes left into the show. I'm Casey Jones. Like,
Yeah, so they did that basically. You know the reason they did that, so people would talk about it towards the end.
clearly,
Yeah,
but
because they did the same. They did the same. They tried to do the same thing with April. They
Yeah, but at
wanted
least
that
they didn't-
controversy.
but
They
at least,
wanted.
at least it was,
sorry.
it was upfront about it, you know? They didn't hide Black April behind our backs like, can't wait to shock them with the reveal. No, she was there episode 1. I just got to go, oh, well, take it like it is.
It would be terrible if actually at the end of the episode,
Right? Imagine if
April.
April too. Imagine if April, I'm April. I mean, what the fuck?
No, like April would basically take off the mask and say, "It was I was actually white."
The problem is,
time.
right? I really thought this person was Karai for a while. And I was like, this character isn't that bad. So why did you make him Casey? This person could have been his own person. You could have just left Casey out of this iteration completely, and it would have been fine, because this is the most different Turtles I've seen yet. If you don't, you could have just left Casey out and it would have been fine.
Hey,
Yeah, like
yeah,
yeah.
you can go first.
Why does she have to be Casey? I'm just like,
like
what?
I'm blown away because like there's a difference between doing something different and doing something differently.
Yeah,
This show wanted to be something completely different.
very different. Like, I get
And,
this part, like the one iteration where TMNT tackles magic more as a whole, but like,
But like it kind of
Like-
takes away from the fact that it's supposed to be a sci-fi series
yeah,
mostly. And even then, like I get it, like, oh, TMNT, we've tackled magic before. Yeah, but like
Yeah.
those are usually like side stories or
Yeah,
something
that's
like
really
that,
true.
or mini arcs. They're not supposed to be like super entwined within the characters.
yeah. Because there's one thing I don't like about this version, which the one thing everyone praised is the one thing I don't like. Not saying it's bad, but I don't really like the fight scenes. Like, congratulations to the team. They put a lot of work and effort into those fight scenes. I'll give them that. I'll definitely won't discredit their work. But when I watch Ninja Turtles, I want to see coherent fight scenes. I want to see ninja moves, choreography. I don't want to see these guys pulling some shonen battle nonsense, going very fast, super speeds, teleporting everywhere, turning giant constructs of light and energy. Literally, I'm not lying when I say I really thought at one point in terms of Gorilla God in that final fight where they all made all the heroes together, and and Casey, all together making this giant spear out of like chi or whatever. And then the Shredder literally grows drills out of his body as he's clashing against it, glowing purple, just like the spiral in the end of Gorilla God. And I was like, okay. Okay. This
And like here's the thing. The problem with these turtles is I don't mind this style of it. I don't mind. Here's the thing. They don't fight. And that's one thing. They don't fight like ninjas. They fight like super powered wrestlers.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's the problem. And that's what made the characters cool to begin with. The thing that made the original TMNT so good was because they were basically much like Batman. They were just fucking badasses who knew legitimate ninjutsu.
Yeah. Because like
that's what made them cool. You don't need
guys are doing. I'd be like not into it. It's like,
Yeah. Like, I kind of wanted to add a bit that, like when I saw the promotional art, I was like, okay, they're gonna go for a different art style. But when I saw like Raphael's design, I was like, all right, what the fuck is this shit? Like,
yeah, like it felt more like Tumblr fan art.
Like it was like a swole Ninja Turtle, and that's what the TMNT movies have, is that they're not supposed to be like huge,
That
like
and also that's kind of like Rex's thing. You know, the fifth big turtle mutant that's existed at least twice before. That one extra turtle who's like
Wait,
different.
was that Rex or Spike?
Spike, my bad. Spike, not Rex. Spike, the turtle.
Hey, I
That's
got a
a good thing.
question.
Yeah.
And like Smug said, because they did they did the whole different species thing this time around. So Raph's a snapping turtle, Leo's a Reddit sliding air turtle, or something like that. I don't
Yeah,
know.
Mikey's the only box turtle,
Yeah, okay,
and
Mikey's a box turtle. Yeah, I don't know what Donnie
and
is.
he's a soft shell turtle.
Soft shell. Okay, yeah. So he's
Yeah.
a soft shell. Leo's a red ear slider, and Raph's a snapping turtle. And I on paper that's not a bad idea, I guess. Yeah, I just prefer my turtles to look somewhat alike, in my opinion.
I prefer my turtles to have personalities. Uh, have different
Definitely that.
personalities.
That
And
definitely.
also I wish that April, when how April was always kind of like she was basically like the caring,
Yeah.
the
human.
basically she was their connection to the normal world. That's
Yeah.
what made her character so unique and so iconic.
Yeah,
Because
they've been doing that. They've been straying away from that since 2012. It's one thing I was gonna bring up. I don't like with April nowadays. They make her way too involved with everything the turtles do nowadays.
Here's the thing. I like in 2012 in the newest one, Rise of TMNT, they just make her stereotypical black girl. She has no personality outside of stereotypical black girl.
She loud, she rowdy. Hey y'all, how's it going? Personally, don't have too much of a problem with it. I do, but I've always looked for me after her new iteration.
Sorry, I gotta say this one more thing. It's that I really don't like her design either because it's so bland.
The glasses don't do it for me.
Yeah, the glasses. She just looks like I'm April because the show says I'm April, and I'm like, okay, fine.
I'm wearing yellow.
like in the 2012 version, I was kind of iffy on her being a teenager, but then they kind of played it up like less of a big sister, motherly figure, and more like a girl next door thing, and it really worked. It worked really well, even though
for the first few parts, until the show went too far. I don't like what 2012 did with her after season 2. They made her, like I said, I don't like when April's way too involved to the point where they made her Jean freaking Grey, and I was like, why? Why did you get her psychic powers to the point where
in my opinion, if they wanted to make April black, they should have gone with the black April that they already had in the comics, base her design around that.
I don't think she was black. I think it was more. I
looked into it, and apparently she wasn't just. It was just a perm, apparently, because it was a black and white.
Yeah.
They turned a perm, and apparently the author did it because it was also based around the look of his girlfriend at the time, and that relationship didn't last long, so that art style kind of changed after that, and it was more of a personal artist type thing. April, despite what everyone keeps saying, she really did not start off black. She was a white girl with a perm because back in the day, perms were a thing that a lot of women did.
Yeah,
you can still have black April. I'm fine with it. Like I said,
just that it was
the Rise version. I'm not her. I like her. I'm indifferent.
It's like if they really wanted April to be black in a new iteration, they could make her black, just make her,
make her April. That's what I wanted. She wasn't April. She was just
right. I love that she did get involved sometimes, but she didn't get involved to the point where she's in their final battles and stuff. I like that she learned how to fight because she knows, hey, if I'm gonna hang around these guys, I might as well learn a thing or two because getting in danger sucks, and I can't always rely on Casey or
Oh,
Mikhail to save me. Whereas in Rise, she is there for the final battle. By the way, I mean April is
yeah,
there,
she has a baseball. She has a baseball bat as a weapon. What?
a
I don't
glowing
even want
baseball
to.
bat as a weapon. And in the final battle, the spirit of Karai chose to uh, fuse with her, so they could both fight together.
What? Like a
And
fusion dance and
Man,
stuff?
this is really starting to sound
yeah, it's
fucking
weird.
stupid.
It is stupid. It's definitely highly stupid. I definitely won't say it's not because it's weird. You know, they all show up. They have the like a turtle tank or something. I don't know. They're all fighting. They're all doing their giant, powerful weapons. Miss Man Raph out here doing shadow clones. I don't know. Leo's teleporting fast as hell. Uh, Donnie freaking staff extends and he makes a giant ass drill hammer thingy.
So
It's all over the place, which is exactly why the one thing I said I don't like about these turtles: non-coherent fights, nothing but heavy blows and exchanges. When you do it's like because someone said it's like Naruto met the turtles, but
I
at
was
least with
just about to say that.
Naruto still had good hand-to-hand combat scenes. Naruto still had simple one-on-one fights. Not every Naruto fight was
you still had taijutsu as a big
yeah.
part
Not
of
every
it.
Naruto
Yeah,
fight was giant Rasengans, giant jutsus, giant everything, big explosions, super speed. It's like every Turtles fight is like this. It's like take it easy. I want to see the fight. I want
there's
to
no there's no
follow.
there's no te- there's no technique
Yeah,
basically.
yeah. And
Yeah.
I do love
And
this studio who animates Rise because those do glitch text and with glitch text is better because I'm not expecting these teenagers to be like the Ninja Turtles. I could allow these kids to just bounce off the walls and do all these other crazy stuff. But with Rise, I'm just like, I want to see my turtles do turtle stuff. I want to see them do coherent, easy to follow attacks. That's all I ask
it,
for.
it's and one thing I think people I don't understand is is the fact that like their fight scenes don't even really have impact because they almost never take the fight seriously.
Yeah, it's only until
There's
the final
never
season they take fights seriously, and that's only with Shredder. Any other fight, they're clowning around, having fun, silly
like
faces and everything.
I've literally watched almost all of the first season, like up
That's
like
the
the
lamest season.
first like 9 or 10 episodes,
Yeah, I finished
and
the whole first season.
they've never taken a
They
single
don't
fight seriously or don't seem to care at all. And
because
I'm like,
they try to do the whole thing where it's like the first season's a chill season, and then season two is where the story actually happens and stuff picks up, which I think worked against them because season one's viewership was not that good. It worked against them, and they shouldn't have done that. If they had mixed season one well with story and antics, it would work better. But
yeah, and and it's like, but like, it's also like they're also trying to be like Teen Titans Go, where it's like 15 minutes and a heavier focus on comedy, and that's just
yeah, they should have balanced their episodes better. They should have balanced their tone better, and because as much as you see the whole hashtag save Rise, the team hashtag save this and that, it's the show's own fault for just for one, it's Nickelodeon's fault for moving way too fast with a new iteration already. Like 2012 ended, and then half a
and
year there,
it was and not only that, 2012 was extremely popular,
it was.
extremely popular because it was a good show.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
should have waited like a whole year. They should have waited a year plus before releasing a new cartoon so fast.
not
And
even that. Like I would say, just keep riding off the hype of that show. And even that, because even after a show's done, it doesn't mean like, because I remember when like the original like Ben 10 and Ben 10 Alien Force were done, and like they were moving away from that. They still heavily threw out Ben 10 stuff.
yeah, they did. Yeah,
So like you could have done that. Like you could have still rode off the original hype of that until it dried up, and then after a while you could go back to the drawing board on that. You could have probably even worked out stuff better, but no, you was like, no, let's get this new reboot out
Yeah, the whole
now.
as fast as possible. It's like, dude, balance it. Learn to just take your time. still milk and work with what you have, and then come back to this. I mean, I really don't know why they rushed this show out so fast. And then the first season is like a tonal whiplash from 2012 to this. Like you look at the first episode of 2012, yeah, they're clowning around, they're goofing, but then things did happen. First episode of
And
this
then
show, pool
and
party,
then
random dog monster, Splinter is a bum, teehee, and it's like, what the hell?
Yeah, I think the main thing is, were they competing against somebody like Nickelodeon?
No, they had no
They
no,
weren't.
competition.
like there was
And
no reason to push it like this.
Yeah,
I think they basically, like with the way the corporations work, is that they want to get their product out fast. They probably
Yeah.
don't care about the writing.
yeah. I mean, like there was no TMNT movie coming out in the works or anything. There was no TMNT projects for a while. And
The TMNT the TMNT bat they could have done like the thing where they like appear in other things. That's what they've been doing recently. They could have just done that, kept
Yeah.
appearing in other stuff, because the TMNT Batman movie was really good.
really good. I mean, the TMNT crossover stuff in general has been really cool in the comics. The Power Rangers, the Batman, they've been killing it.
Well, they got toys out, so I think with how some cartoons are kind of made just for toys or whatever.
Yeah.
So they're selling them for like, oh wow, they're selling the Leonardo figure for $17.
Yep.
Donatello gets 10. Raph only gets 16.
Yeah, these toys are kind of oddly priced. They're oddly priced.
Yeah.
The brothers are well, it looks like one brother's worth more than the other.
And basically, like, they probably want to get these cartoons out fast, and like, I don't know how much these writers getting like paid for, so they're probably like, oh,
Yeah.
why should we put a lot of effort in this first season?
That is a good point, because
advertisement for toys.
Rise did make toys while the first season was being ready to air. So they already had the toys out and they had to release the show. Yeah, I forgot about that. Not a good move. Don't make your toys beforehand. I mean, well, I understand the move, but it ain't working in favor, in my opinion.
Quick question about that one character, Baron Draxum, right?
Yeah,
was he kind of horny for Raph that one episode?
No, he wasn't horny for Raph. He was horny that the idea of how the turtles were created. When he saw them, he's like, these are warriors mixed with pure genetics, and he wanted their secret. That's what he was
yeah,
ogling them for. He wanted to he wanted them to join him.
I did see that part where it said like Hamato Yoshi was like part of this super tournament, and he wanted to clone him, but he'd like the DNA of the turtles got into them, so he's technically so yeah, I've seen that.
Which was in the other versions, the Tetradome was different, as I remember correctly. Was it the Technodrome he was in? Something like that. No, I don't think it was. But he was see, this is why this is my least favorite Splinter. I just don't understand how anyone could say he's the best Splinter. Right? Just not. He's not. He was a kung fu master, and he chose to make money off his kung fu, and he was greedy. This Splinter was a greedy, egotistical dum dum who wanted to make money off his martial arts. Fell in love with his not his producer, but his manager, and she tricked him. She was a yokai the whole time. Trapped him into this fighting tournament where she had him fight monsters, where they're going to extract his essence, something that's part of his family lineage, and they were going to use that to make an army and stuff. He found his turtles. He got mutated by accident. Yada yada yada. That's the story. And I'm like,
that's dumb.
That is not the best Splinter in the world. I mean, you learn more eventually in seasons after. Like apparently he was raised by his grandfather because his mother had abandoned him because of crap. I forgot the reason. It was a good reason though. But yeah, he has abandonment issues. I guess that's one thing. That's really it. That's really it. Compared to 2012
Uh,
Winter, who I think is my personal favorite, that not a lot of me on that backstory.
yeah, man. Here's the thing. My favorite incarnation will always be the 2003 version, 2003 Turtles. Like 2012 is really good. Don't
Yeah,
get me wrong, it's really fucking good. But there are some things I didn't like. Like one
I mean,
thing
there's
I
a
didn't
lot I
like.
don't like in 2012, despite me saying good things about it. Trust me, I
Yeah,
don't like 3 whole seasons. I don't like
like
3 whole seasons of that show.
one thing that really like bothered me, and it's gonna sound crazy because mostly because I'm a big Avatar fan.
Yeah,
So when you see, basically, they made they made um they made April Katara. April's Katara, even being voiced by Mae Whitman. It's like I can't unhear Katara. That's
yeah.
just Katara. That's just Katara in TMNT, which makes sense. I mean, like again, because like they're going for the whole motherly vibe. It makes sense, but I'm like,
I wouldn't say
yeah,
mostly
that's
because Donnie was out here simping hard.
just.
The one thing I
Oh,
take away from this version, ooh, that boy was a simp. Woo, it was that boy needed
that
these
dude, that dude was fucking thirsty,
thirsty.
motherfucking dude.
I was happy. She went. I wanted to. She literally just sat him down and said, "Yo, bro, listen, it ain't like that." And I was like, "Thank God."
But
That boy.
then like season two came along. She's like, nah, I kind of, I might want that turtle dick. I kind
Yeah,
of want that
Casey.
turtle. And it,
Not until Casey came along. That's the reason why she shut that boy down during the farm season, which was I think season
no,
3.
no, she didn't. She didn't shut. She did the opposite because he was like, I understand. I understand. Like because like the Bigfoot had just gotten off Donnie, right? And it was like, now you know how
Yeah,
April feels. And I'm like,
yeah.
okay, yeah, that's good. But then literally at the end of the episode, she's like, nah, bro. And then kisses him on the lips and is like, wait,
Oh,
what?
it was on the cheek. It was on the cheek. Whoa.
No, no, no. That was a straight up on the lips kiss. And she was like, you're my mutant. And I'm like, and he's like, I understand nothing. No, dude. She wanted the turtle dick.
Well, hold on. I gotta look this up. I could have
Wait,
sworn it was just on the cheek. Oh, hold
Now
on.
it was one. It was on the cheek. Back when they were back in the city when they like reunited. I
Oh my
think
God,
after.
it was on the lips. April, you nasty bitch. It was
and
on the
then
lips.
after,
Oh, I thought it was on the
and then
cheek.
and then after that, she just kept. And then after that, she kind of just throws. She kind of throws Casey to the side. Honestly.
Nah, she a hoe.
wait, wait, what are you talking about? I was out of the room, I think.
April in 2012 was a hoe. I just come to this conclusion. How she going? She sat my man down, Donnie, and said, "Listen, Donnie, we can't be a thing. We ain't a thing." But then I kissed my boy on the lips. How's he supposed to take this as a no? What the fuck? They out here fooling with Casey. Oh my goodness. See, this is why I don't fuck with 2012 April. This is why I don't fuck with 2012 April. She a hoe and she fake ass Jean Grey. I don't, man, if they don't miss me with this. Also, that disgusting, ugly, musty, dirty Casey. Ew. I hated him.
Josh Peck did a decent job. I didn't expect Josh
Right.
Peck to be that good.
But you know what? I can't get behind that Casey. What, skinny, ugly? How we go from the 1980 the live action movies, the 2003 Casey, to this
2003 Casey was the best Casey.
What's this? I literally love every Casey 2003 and behind. I love the live action Casey. I love 2003 Casey. Yeah, they tough. They big boys. They from New York. They from my city. And I see this and I was like, who is this skinny ass, ugly, spray paint, no swag, no drip, dry as a faucet ass skater, bro? Like, if you don't move out of my face, what are you doing with all this gear? Casey don't need all this gear. All he needs is a stick. All he needs is a stick and he can beat Rap's ass. Man, boy, you don't move. Got a taser.
Like who the fuck plays cricket? Where's that?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just looking at this dude like I don't like this dude. He's annoying. Your voice is annoying. You ugly. Move. God damn.
I thought like when he was first introduced and they kind of try to make him like a bit down to earth. I kind of liked him, but then like they just made him an idiot.
Yeah, he's just an
At
idiot.
some
He's just an idiot. I mean, like Casey ain't no genius. I ain't gonna say that. But
in
like
the 2003 version, he actually had character development. Like
yeah.
he had legit character development. He started off as kind of annoying and dim-witted, but he became pretty competent near the end.
You know, the one thing I will say is the reason I say I like the 2012 Splinter more than the 2003 Splinter, not by a lot, just by like a little margin. It's just because they did a lot with his backstory, which really had me fall in love with his character. Because like they took the 2003 seriousness and love and just turned it up by like a lot. Like, goddamn, my man went through a lot of tragedy too. His whole backstory with Shredder was that whole episode had me, man. This dude stole his daughter.
Yeah, I think like I like both Splinters equally, but I will say that 2012 Splinter is like the better character.
Yeah, like
2003 Splinter is like he's good, but he's like he's not he's just 2012 is just a better character. Like they went more in depth with the character.
2003 Splinter was more of a badass though. Like when they found out about those universal tournaments, and Splinter's like, yeah, I just be going through these things all the time. I was like, what the hell? And they're like, Sensei,
and the only reason
in that same episode, I was like, hey, Usagi, no Jimbo.
Like cool. The only reason like he doesn't do that anymore is because this new like 2012 Splinter was it's a lot younger, and I like that too. He's a lot younger.
That's a
so
good point
like
too.
The turtles actually like see him as more credible authority because he can like really like manhandle them and kick their ass. I remember when Donnie was like, when he was like controlled by the Rat King, and Donnie was like,
yeah,
guys, I just came to a startling realization. All these years, he was going easy on us. I was like, oh shit.
The atmosphere was creepy. That's one thing I like about 2012 sometimes. They know how to do atmosphere. They know how to set a scene at times.
Yeah.
They really know how to set a scene. There are some scenes where there's just no music. It's silent as hell. You just have to listen to the sounds of chains rattling as the turtles are surrounding. I think it was one episode they fought Tiger Claw. And it was them and Karai fighting him. And
that was amazing.
It was just intense. And I was like, damn, they know how to set a scene.
I think it's mostly Sirio Neely who did this because he's like the guy behind a lot of other stuff. He was behind Earth's Mightiest Heroes, Avengers, and the original 2003 Teen Titans. Yeah. So the guy knows his stuff. But anyway, like this is a controversial opinion. I like Donatello in the 2012 version. He's my favorite version because Rob Paulson brings so much to it.
Okay, yeah.
And I don't like 2012 Mikey.
He's
and
odd.
It's
yeah.
And my problem comes from the fact that he's less wisecracking and silly and party dude and more just
random.
weird and random, which can be funny sometimes, don't get me wrong, but I'm like the 2003 Mikey was a wisecracker. He was a smart ass and he was fucking hilarious. I remember one time and I loved how and Raph, he's basically the same in both.
He's not much different other than love interest. That's it.
He had a love interest in 2003. But anyway,
I don't remember.
Season 5, he had Joy. Yeah,
Oh,
it's okay if you don't remember. It's fine because
okay.
no one really remembers a lot of the acolytes from season 5 weren't really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Raph in 2003 Mikey were fucking hilarious.
I love
I
Cousin
remember
Boo.
one time I remember one time Raph got kicked out of the tournament, and like he's looking around and sees that Mikey made it into the finals, and he's like really freaking out. Like Mikey could win. He said, "What if Mikey wins? What if he gets the trophy? He'll rub it in my face. I won't be able to live with myself."
That's hilarious. I remember that. I also
He
remember
was
how
like, he shook up a random guy, and he was like, "I won't be able to live with myself if Mikey wins." I
oh,
busted down laughing. That was the funniest thing.
you remember how they introduced Usagi Yojimbo, I
Yeah,
think?
in the tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like
Yeah.
they appeared later in New York or whatever, just walking around, no care in the world that Rhino
Right.
guy, and it's like, I like this character.
You know,
I,
Usagi's getting a Netflix show.
Oh,
yeah, he's
really? Is
getting
he
a
gonna?
show with the original creator and everything.
Yeah. Only problem that I might hope it's just a rumor. They said it's gonna be like a comedy.
Well, I mean, they could
No.
add some comedy elements, but
Yeah,
not.
they could.
Hopefully,
I'm
they
just
don't.
hoping when they say
Like you
comedy,
guys,
they
you
don't
guys,
go
if you
full
guys,
comedy.
sorry, you guys read the comic, right?
I'm aware of the comic.
I
Yes,
read
I haven't
some-
read it.
The
I read
comic.
certain parts with my brother and stuff. It's a pretty serious comic. It's pretty cool. You know, it's nice.
Yeah, like there's comedy in there. There's good. Like, it's very similar to Turtles. It's just kind of like it takes itself seriously, but that's kind of the point. Even though they're silly animals and there's silly situations, but it is a serious samurai story, and I hope they keep it to that.
Oh yeah, hopefully they do.
Also, what I find really cool is that and I hope they like get Tomoe and her sister, because that's a really cool arc in the comic.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just so we got to do a full on TMNT stream eventually, because we spent like a quarter, like a good chunk of this video, like a good chunk of this. It's gotta be it's Bags. It's gotta be you, me, Wayward, and somebody else. I want to get Action Coaster on here if he'll actually come on here.
Yeah, you'll have to see. You'll have to see.
Yeah.
Because damn, yeah, I just think about this TMC stuff. I was like, yeah, I love this freaking franchise.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big special one. Anyway, I think it's all the time we have for today. It's been a good stream.
I actually kind of want to mention one last thing before we're all done. Is kind of back to Batman. I actually think that the one actor that I think would be the perfect casting would be Eric Bana. Believe it or not,
Eric Bana.
Eric Bana, the guy who played the Bruce Banner in the 2003.
Does have the face.
Where is he at right now?
Doing mostly like unknown, like I mean he's still acting. It's just in like lesser like movies.
Yeah, but you know what? I see. You might be onto something here. Hold on.
He has the anger for it. So there's
he definitely has anger. He has the rage. We've seen him do that.
I think partly they chose Patterson was maybe because are there still a lot of Twilight fans?
I don't know. It seems like they dwindled down a lot. Like compared like to the amount of Harry Potter fans still around, you don't really see a lot of people talking about Twilight anymore, other than memes.
And that's a good thing.
It is a good thing because I mean it's good for Robert too because I don't think he liked only being known for that goddamn movie.
Right.
And I'm
Yeah, like,
Batman.
you know something I find hilarious?
Yeah.
Taylor Lautner, the guy who played the werewolf or whatever, right?
Yep.
He's people. You can still. It's funny that you can still say the highlight of your career was playing Shark Boy and Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Oh, that's a low blow.
It's true. It's true. That's the best
That's
part.
his best. That's his best role. I'm sorry.
What about
He
what
was
was,
good.
what was the electric guy in that movie? The bad guy.
George Lopez.
George Lopez?
What was his name in that though?
Mr. Electric. It was
Mr.
literally
Electric?
his name.
I remember who he's a big Twitter guy. He's an artist. Trying to remember, but he drew Mr. Electro.
Russ?
Oh yeah, Rust. Yeah. You also like did the whole, you did a GIF or whatever where it's like, I'm going
Yeah.
to bang your mom. It basically just shows Mr. Electro just zooming right towards Earth, where the entire time he could just zoom towards Earth.
Yeah.
And then somebody said he can't put it in reverse and came back. Line was too long.
Oh, this movie, man.
I'm glad this movie is being memed.
Yeah,
I'm glad.
it resurfaced. I'm glad people's interest in it resurfaced.
Oh, but I wonder who's gonna be making like some Twilight and the Batman memes, because they're probably gonna do that.
Toilet.
I want to see those.
Madison, Batman, but Edward at the same time, and Selena's that boring girl. Can't remember her name.
Yeah, I might make some if I have time, because like I made one meme where, have you ever heard the meme "It was me, Barry"?
Yes, it was me, Barry.
Yeah. So
that was you? Oh my god, I didn't know. I thought I thought that was just a random fucking meme.
Somebody did a voiceover of it. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make a comic of it. I'm gonna look for 2 images of the Reverse Flash. One of them is from a cover where he's like a Flashpoint cover where he's looking like very evil looking. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna use that. And it's like, you remember the first time you were with your girlfriend and she touched and you nutted as soon as she touched your leg? It was me, Barry. I jerked you off at super speed. Make it seem like you came at a woman's touch.
Hilarious. Just greatness.
We gotta get off because my tablet is literally about to die. So sorry guys.
That's cool. It was cool. One stream though.
Yeah, man. See you guys later.
Man. Got you guys on the flip.